From Seattle, Washington, this is the Budweiser APBA Gold Cup Unlimited Hydroplane Race. Brought to you by Ford and your local Ford dealer. And by the new Walker Advantage muffler. It puts rust at a disadvantage.
We're in Seattle, Washington, tucked up into the northwestern part of the United States for race number 7 of 1985. Hello, everybody. I'm Don Poyer. Welcome to Seattle. This is the home of unlimited hydroplane racing, where back in 1940, this three-point design boat was originally invented. And today, we're racing for the Gold Cup. It began back in 1904. It's the oldest, most prestigious trophy in motorsports history. This will be the 77th running. And some history can be made today. Chip Hanauer, driver of the Miller American, has won the Gold Cup 3 consecutive years. If he wins today, he'll be the first man in modern history to win it more than 3 consecutive years. Jim Hendrick is down there with Chip Hanauer, the driver, right now. Jim?
Being Chip, it is the Gold Cup. It is your hometown. Is there any added pressure?
Well, I think going for our 4th consecutive Gold Cup, there'd be pressure no matter where we were. But yeah, being home maybe adds a little bit, but on the other hand, it's more comfortable. You know, I got to stay at home in my own bed, and I have my friends and family around, so that helps.
Speaking of comfort, it looks like it's a little rolly out there.
This is Seattle, and it's always rough here. You know, there's probably 3,000 pleasure boats out there tied up to a log boom, and with that many boats on that big a body of water, it's going to get, you know, moved around.
Man who won here last year in the Seattle Seafarers, Jim Kropfeld of Miss Budweiser, and Don's with him right now.
Jim, you've won here the last 2 years, but you've got a new boat, the new Miss Budweiser, a lot of problems which come with a new boat, yet you've still remained competitive.
Well, we try very hard. We have a good crew. The guys are dedicated to making this boat run. We have a good sponsor in Anheuser-Busch Budweiser, and Bernie's willing to spend whatever it takes to get the job done, which it takes a lot of money on a new boat like this with the safety capsule, et cetera, et cetera. But if we had some more time between races, we could be a lot more competitive than we are, but we can only make some minor changes right now.
Well, regardless, you got a lot of heats today, being the Gold Cup, 3 flights of heat, so good luck. Who knows what could happen?
That's right. If we can just be consistent like some of the other teams and finish all 3 heats, I'm sure we'll make the final.
Okay. Jim Kropfeld, the Budweiser, and now to Jim Hendrick with a rundown of Heat 1A.
Okay, Don, all in all, 10 boats are qualified for the Budweiser APBA Gold Cup here in Seattle, and we have 5 coming out of the starting gate in Heat 1A. Here's the way they line up. George Johnson will be driving Domino's Pizza, the U30. He qualified at 107.094. Out of Madison, Indiana, Todd Yarling checked in with the Cellular One at 114.246. Jim Kropfeld, who won the Seafair Trophy race here a year ago, 119.9 in Miss Budweiser. Tom Deeth in the Square Shop Britannia at 128.8. And the fastest qualifier in this group, the Turbine Miss 711, Steve Reynolds, at 139.633. And that's the way Heat 1A will line up. And how about, Don, how about Heat 1B?
Jim, this is the most boats we have had qualify in 1985. We have 5 boats in each heat. Here's a look at 1B. First of all, qualifying at 111.6 miles per hour, Jerry Hopp out of the Northwest in the Oboyo Birdo. Next comes Andy Coker, qualifying at 112.8 miles per hour in the American Speedy Printing. The Miss Rock KISW qualified at 114.5 miles per hour. Mitch Evans, the driver. Scotty Pierce, the national points leader in the Executone Telephones, qualifying at 124.5 miles per hour. And finally, the top qualifier, Chip Hanauer and the Miller American at 140.6 miles per hour. There's all 10 boats. We have 2 heats coming up. This is the 77th running of the Gold Cup. It's here in Seattle. The Unlimited's coming up after this.